I'm back here again. Once in a freaking hell, it's like I'm going back to places I've been before. So this is Ulm once again. We're just gonna we're about to take the train again, of course. It'll take a while to get to Cologne, but this will be worth it. We'll begin our journey right now.
Meine Damen und Herren, in wenigen Minuten erreichen wir Stuttgart Hauptbahnhof. Es werden alle planmäßigen Anschlusszüge erreicht. Wir verabschieden uns von allen Fahrgästen, die dort aussteigen. Danke für Ihre Reise mit der Deutschen Bahn. Auf Wiedersehen. Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes we arrive at Stuttgart. All connecting trains will be reached. Thank you for choosing Deutsche Bahn today. Take care and goodbye.
Thank you, Herr Zugcontroller.
Okay, na, das war's. Sehr gut. Island?
Ist das Rumänien?
Nein.
Deutschland?
Nein.
Österreich?
Nein.
Ist es in Europa?
Ja.
Okay. Polen?
China?
Nein.
Polen?
Nein.
Tschechien?
Nein.
Slowenien?
Nein.
Slowakia?
Nein.
Balkan?
Nein. Balkan ist ja irgendwie kein Land.
Jugoslawien? Tschechoslowakei?
Nein.
Sowjetunion?
Nein.
Waren mal Länder.
Hey, da kannst du Amerika sagen.
Nein.
Frankreich?
Nein.
Spanien?
Nein.
England?
Nein.
Schottland?
Nein.
Wales?
Nein.
Dänemark?
Nein.
Ist es in Osteuropa?
Ja.
In das Europa.
In das
Ja gut, doch.
Griechenland?
Nein.
Mazedonien?
Nein.
Okay, also wir haben Jugoslawien
Kreta.
ausgeschlossen.
Islam.
Ukraine.
Also das hat was mit Österreich zu tun.
Also doch Ungarn.
Ja, Ungarn.
Ich habe das doch gesagt.
Nein, du hast Österreich gesagt.
Und Ungarn.
Nein,
Also
und
das,
dann hast du
ich dachte beides
Ja,
gelbe.
Nein.
Wegen Heirat und so. Ungarn.
Und wie viele sie getötet haben?
Oh Gott. Wahrscheinlich 20,
Mehr.
50,
Mehr.
Ungarn.
Weniger.
80.
Ja, 80.
Bang.
Die ungarische Gräfin Elisabeth irgendwas,
Von Habsburg.
Báthory, geboren 1560, tötete Ende des 16. und Anfang des 17. Jahrhunderts zwischen 80 und 650 Mädchen und junge Frauen. Im Glauben, auf diese Weise ihre Jugend und Schönheit zu erhalten zu können, da sie das Blut ihrer Opfer getrunken und darin gebadet haben. Zur Strafe für ihre Untaten wurde sie 1611 lebenslänglich in ein Turmzimmer mit zugemauerten Fenstern gesperrt.
Guten Tag, meine Damen und Herren, wir begrüßen die zugestiegenen Fahrgäste im ICE auf der Fahrt nach Dortmund und wünschen weiterhin eine angenehme Reise. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Express Dortmund. We wish you a pleasant journey. Nur ein Hinweis zu unserem gastronomischen Service im vorderen Zugteil im Wagen 36 und im hinteren Zugteil im Wagen 26 befindet sich jeweils ein Bordrestaurant.
Ach, das macht er nicht auf Englisch, okay. We won't tell you that the food is in the board bistro, so please would you not die from hunger. Oh my God. Mein Sack ist da. Was gehen wir denn?
Ah, Frankfurt, you never fail to amaze me. Oh, right, so there were some scenes that were unable to be audible, or things around me were too loud so that I was not audible. So I'll be narrating some scenes from post-production, so there you go.
We've arrived in Frankfurt. We had a bit of an issue with the baggage. A lot of things are filled, like that space right there, totally. How are you doing? Ouch.
And so for the rest of the half-hour ride from Frankfurt to Cologne, we actually had to carry our luggages up our knees. And that was... jeez. But anyhow, we made it to Cologne and we get to have our first meeting with the people there.
Hallo, ich bin
Ach komm jetzt!
Was ist das für ihr Teil willst? Stimmt das, dass du jetzt nach Hause möchtest? Willst du nach Hause?
Wir sind nach Hause. Wir sind nach Hause. Wir sind nach Hause.
Ich will nach Hause.
Alter.
So from here on out we were trying to find our camping spot, which was somewhere near the Gamescom. We weren't so sure back then, but anyhow, the battery on my tablet or camera was running extremely low, and finding anything to charge that thing with is impossible in Cologne. So this is pretty much the last footage of that day. We didn't go to Gamescom that day either, because we never bought tickets for that day. That day was exclusively for building our tent. And it looks really incredible, don't you think? And on this particular evening, we visited Cologne, like frickin' tourists. We went over the Rhine with the train again, and we found some interesting buildings. And this unique truck in the middle of nowhere. Sweet! We also got past the cathedral, very nice still. And I somehow photographed this dude for no reason. Amazing. We finally went to eat at Müllenkirch, which is its own brewery. And since I don't drink or smoke or do drugs or drink stuff, I guess from the accounts of my buds with me, the Kirch, which is an original beer from Cologne itself, is it's pretty funny. Well, it's compared to piss water or juice in Bavaria, so there you go. I had the Schweinshaxe, which is also a specialty of Cologne, and I can definitely tell you that because at the same price, and compared to the Schweinshaxe in Bavaria, it's pretty big. Superb. Much more for much, weight. It's pretty incredible. And so we explored Cologne even more. We found this Syrian restaurant, which has the fine chicks of Damascus. This is supposed to be Küchen, but apparently someone had to rewrite that to chicks. The bird chicks. Haha. And I somehow found this in my phone. I have no clue where this photo came from. If anyone knows what this is supposed to be, please let me see a comment. I am worried that I took this photo that I didn't even take. Strange.
You're dead!
Yes, our first day on Gamescom is the actual fourth day for the Gamescom event. We weren't going to game the whole week, that's a fact. So this is on a Thursday. And so we woke up around 6 AM so we could shower first before the masses would line up for the showers. And then we, of course, ate breakfast and chat around a bit. And we actually guessed where we had to go to Gamescom. And eventually we did make it there. We just had to follow the frickin' Autobahn bridge. That was amazing from us. You just gotta keep in mind that this is our very first time in Gamescom, so we actually had no preparation, no guidelines, we have no maps whatsoever. It was literally a vanilla let's play. And finally we made it to the entrance to the Gamescom, and holy fuck, this was loaded. And so after an hour waiting outside, yes, an hour because we came at 8 AM and they let us through at 9 AM. But the opening times are at 10 AM. And take a look at this. We're now going to be waiting another hour filled with psychopaths. I mean gamers. Half an hour in, and this is how the line looks like now. I mean, come on, there are 2 entrances to Gamescom. Imagine what the other one looks like, which is even narrower. This is amazing. After what seems like forever, we're finally inside Gamescom, and our first mission is to find Halo. Take it away, Storm.
Tattoo yourself. Blackbird, do you want to tattoo a $sign in your ball sack? Yes. This Xbox. Das Xbox. Haben wir ein Bändchen bekommen? Haben wir ein Bändchen bekommen?
Was?
Haben wir ein Bändchen bekommen?
Nein.
Dann können wir nicht beweisen, dass wir überachsen sind.
This is like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me.
Wahrscheinlich keine 18 Bändchen. Wo 16 sind, kriegen wahrscheinlich so ein rotes und wo...
This is like taking the computer room, which is fine by me.
We eventually did get our armbands very later, and it was pretty much useless because no one actually checked on us. But they look cool, and I'm already hanging them beside my monitor. Nice.
Wow. Look at this PC parts next to Xbox. What a joke. But you know what's not a joke in Xbox? Halo. What did I tell you? Halo is in Gamescom. See? So we get. The dream is alive. We're still... Oh, and okay, now it's Forza. Next to Halo. There we have
Age of Empire.
No. Age of Empire. Oh, no, much better. Oops.
Halo was much better.
Halo was fine. See, I told you, there was Halo in Gamescom.
Jeez, they used to occupy half a hole for Halo. Well, that's mission accomplished. I guess I could go home now, but since we're still in the Xbox boot, which surprisingly only occupies a fifth of a hole, and basically that was it. Yeah, we had a lot of time there. So we first played PES 2018, and we never had footage for it, and we didn't need to. The game sucks, don't buy it. But what you can buy though is a Minecraft account, to which said game occupies most of Xbox's boot. And I can tell you that and ask, why do we have an Xbox One again? Whatever the case, here is the Xbox stage, which probably is too early to judge, but this is basically what you get. And so with that, we quickly got out of the Xbox boot, and since we're still in the same hole, because Microsoft does not want to give any efforts on these kinds of events and they did not book a whole hole, we got ourselves into Tropico 6. The whole stage for Tropico 6 was full, but right before us, some guys were actually finished with their game, and we were lucky to actually try it out the moment we came in. So, here is some Tropico 6 gameplay.
Penultimo, very nice. Eiffel Tower. Alles klar. Wow.
Immer noch dasselbe.
Jetzt müssen wir ein paar Plantagen bauen, damit wir Geld bekommen. What? Aha, crocodile. What? What?
Das ist witzig wie Tropico.
And right next door are one of the most fanciest ways to build a PC ever. Like, holy crap, here is a freaking demonstration of how you can build PCs.
Alter, das ist doch eine Kaffeemaschine. Was ist das? Alter, sowas tut man doch im Auto.
Also right next to the PC things, we've got the Oculus Rift. Another game that I've never seen before.
Da merkt man schon, wie lange so ein Spiel dauert, wenn der Top-Spieler 457.000 Punkte hat. Holy shit.
This line right here is a 3-hour line for one game. Now after roughly an hour, we finally finished our first hole. Now we're going to the next one, which has Sony and Ubisoft.
Das sind ja mehr Leute als eine Xbox. Natürlich.
So the first half of the hole is exclusively to Blizzard. Like we got Overwatch right here, and then we've got Heroes of the Storm, which I couldn't find anywhere. Then we've got Overwatch, and then we've got Diablo. And then for some reason there is a live tournament for Hearthstone. A free card game. Hearthstone gets a frickin' MLG esports commentator, whatchamacallit. This is the content right here.
You mad, bro? Why you mad, bro?
Oh, did I mention there's Overwatch? Half of this hole is filled with Overwatch. What the hell, guys? You can play this at home. There's no need to come to Gamescom to play Overwatch. What the fuck? Oh wait, okay, I guess there's StarCraft, so I guess that will settle things for Blizzards.
Yeah, boy.
Now it's time for EA, which got 2 holes. Who does that? 2 holes?
Jesus.
Take out the foul. Take this out. Oh my goodness.
Oh, hold on a minute, this is Ace Combat. We're back in Ubisoft for some reason. Right, so we did not stay for any longer than that in EA because, I think I wrote it somewhere. I did. Okay, so the minimum waiting line was an 8-hour line for Battlefield 1 and a 10-hour line for FIFA.
Life's not fair, is it?
It was at this very moment that me and Blackbird have learned a valuable lesson in Gamescom. If you want to do Gamescom, there is only one thing you have to do. You spend the whole entire day playing one particular game, because you waited a whole day for that one game. And that's that's all what it takes. You just go to one game and that's it, you go home. That's what people do in Gamescom. Apparently, they play and, well, they first wait 12 hours for, I don't know, Star Wars. That was probably a long waiting line. Or Destiny 2, and that was a thriller. They wait for their turn and they play it for about 5 minutes and then they go home. That's how it is. That's how Gamescom is. That's just, that site is pure godly. As for me, I really wanted to play Ace Combat, and the VR part was unexpected. I didn't even read about a VR Ace Combat game. So the waiting line was just 2 hours, but still I was fucking hungry, so I went there the next day, and that's where the gameplay part will come in handy next time. And as such, we continued inside Ubisoft as usual. We find South Park, Tom Clancy, and all that fancy jazzy stuff. We got out of there as quick as possible because all the lines were as cancerous as the one in EA, basically too long for us to care. Anyhow, so we went to the next hole, which features Deep Silver, Nintendo, Square Enix, Twitch, really? Warner Brothers, and an ESL arena. But since we're not MLG pros anymore, we avoided that like the plague, like you should normally do. It was at this time when we encountered the infamous Boulevard. And boy oh boy, this place is packed. You can't make this shit up. This is the boulevard that connects all of the halls. Basically, people enter and exit halls, and this is where they land. This is a turbulence of humanity right here, and I love it. And I love it so much that I actually went down the escalator a second time just because I just want to enjoy the footage of it. And we finally reached the indie booth with one of the loudest commentators in the world. Too bad we weren't ready for the indies yet and instead went to the fan shop arena. Basically, you can buy every single merchandise you can ever think of. Just like, I think you might know it, but it's called the Good Smile Company. And if you're still not familiar with it, let's just say lewd figurines. Oh baby. And that's where we bought, well, that's where we started buying a lot of things. And we shall continue that in the next clip. Bear in mind the next clip is in vlog form because we planned to upload it in the Gamescom week in the channel, but it did not happen because Wi-Fi in Cologne is amazing/s. So you just have to bear in mind that that's supposed to be vlog mode. Anyhows, enjoy.
What's up everybody, this is Storm
And Blackbird.
from Storm and Blackbird. We just came back from our first night at Gamescom. And so we went on some stuff.
Shopping tour.
A big shopping tour, of course. And out of all those things, we've got ourselves a Funko Mystery Box. 6 mystery pops for 50 euros. One costs 8. So
No,
no.
one cost 15.
15. Ah, right. Yeah, there was something else with 8. And so we have these things too. The Final Fun Fukubukuro Happy Bag. Alright, let's start with Games of Thrones after a discussion. Ow. So let's grab the Games of Thrones Fukubukuro.
Final Fun. Okay, now we see.
Danke.
Warum
liegt da jetzt jemand drauf? Das ist eine Veränderung, der ich nicht zustimmen kann.
Okay.
Well, I looked, but I don't see anything.
Don't feel any, all of them. Oh.
Garrett.
Well, we begin with this.
The Game of Thrones keychain with the...
Is this or maybe I'm not so... Mr. Marcus Rotter, you are the expert of Game of Thrones. Is this... What is this?
This is the Targaryen house keychain.
Right, the best. Really Targaryen? Yeah.
But that's not right.
Huh?
That's not dragon. This dragon with 3 heads. And now it's dragon with 2 heads.
Yes, but one is white.
One is white. One is the white dragon with the blue eyes.
That's in a card game. Oh, we have a Game of Thrones keychain. Probably cost like 5 euros because that's how expensive things are in Gamescom. But now we get something even more.
This here.
We've got a badge set with your...
All the houses.
Oh yes.
But not house.
Not
No, yeah, it is.
It's your favorite house.
No, my favorite house is probably this here. The house Targaryen, yes.
Zagiri.
True. The Targaryens have the ruler. Lots of Johnny Snow.
This
And the best of all, it's just coming now, it's paper.
paper.
We got fucking paper. Unbelievable. Look at this.
With
Look
nothing.
at this quality.
It's so white.
We,
So white, yes.
we were tricked. It was supposed to be...
And that was.
What?
Okay.
So both of these things cost like €5 to make 10.
Okay.
Maybe the paper was supposed to... is the weight.
The green paper. You can write on it. You can,
Yes, it's.
you can crush it. You can.
I can write all the stories of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Everything. Nice.
You can spoiler yourself.
Yes. Nice. So
Episodes. You know, but you don't watch
now
it.
it's time for the hay and ho and low. I mean halo.
Low and low.
So,
Good. I picked... There were 3 left. Or they only had 3 because of how unpopular Halo is now. So I only picked the heaviest one. Hopefully a lot
you
of...
got 2 papers,
Oh,
not one.
that could be a trick. Maybe, maybe that's why they made it heavy. So let's have a look at the first thing I can grab onto. Paper.
Yes.
Fuck.
You big. Wow. Is it the same paper? From the same company? Yes, probably. No, you got 2. I told
What?
you. I told you.
Oh, come on.
I knew it. It's the best stuff you
Now,
throw away.
okay, now it's much lighter than it was last time. Okay, let me grab onto this. Oh,
Oh, you got the same thing.
original 343 Microsoft,
So
Saw it.
and it is
the Master Chief. No, it's
button badges.
Halo 5. What?
You got Halo 5, the best of the best. We've got the probably another thing in
Halo 5.
we don't know about, because quite frankly a game you can't remember anything of it. We
We're
definitely
gonna
know
see.
you're
Okay, it is something we know.
We've
This is
got
the head of Master Chief. This is the Master Chief, or I don't know. And
more
this is
UNSC.
UNSC. Okay.
My goodness. Next we have, and then saying next we have, hoping there are more. Oh, we have
key.
more.
Some
More than
Oh shit! What is this?
It's an eagle with a evil flower.
Evil
or
flower?
something.
in euros.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
I think it is another keychain or more.
Yes.
A big keychain.
Another chain thingy.
Yeah.
That is made in China too.
Well,
No.
I think everything is made in China.
This one has 343 Microsoft in it, but not this one. This has Jin Yuan animation.
Yeah, it's the same.
Those are the guys who are currently making the Halo TV series and the next movies, because quite frankly, Spielberg is way too expensive now. So this is why there's always so many delays, because China. You get to have these two as an image. Great stuff. That's why it was so heavy. And now for our main event. So
Now we have
Funko
John
Box.
Cena here.
Yeah.
You know,
John Cena
is
Funko
coming
Pops.
and unboxing these. But now nobody likes him anymore, so let's redo this.
My oh my.
Are you? I can already see it. So
Almost, we almost saw it. This must be better.
So I grab.
It's probably
I put it out. Let's do something else.
Sponsored by Rocat. Live the dream.
But you can also buy a razor or
Yeah, they're better.
anything else.
Alright, now the surprise we'll get in there. And so, our first Funko Pop.
What is my first Funky Bonk? And it's the peanut butterhead.
Charlie
Charlie
Brown.
Brown.
Thank goodness
Okay.
the main character.
It's not bad. Charlie
At least
Brown.
you can recognize who this is.
Yes. True. So it's
I
your
hope you.
Where's the storm?
Let's set the rule and take a look at what the hell. It's hot.
Who the
Hot-
fuck is this?
It's Hatsune Miku.
Oh, who the fuck? Crystal. You have a crystal. So
Christopher.
where the fuck are these from?
Yeesh.
It's something Japan,
Japan.
Korean, North Korean, Asian style.
Totally.
And yeah, I don't know any of these characters. But it's true, you have the most beautifulest. Yes.
God damn. Okay. Blackbird's going to take another round. We only have 4 left, and we've got looks.
Jesus! No, Luke Skywalker. What
Looks.
looks like Jesus.
Holy Christ!
Okay, well, this is something I can
Jesus.
live with
With a robo
Jesus. Jesus is Jesus. What else we can
Oh my!
find? Okay, I got the best one, I guess.
Even Rilo Ben, you can try and get
Skywalker. This is the best one.
the best one so far. The protagonist of Star Wars.
Look what we can have.
Oh yeah.
These guys.
Snoop.
Okay, Snoopy would be the best,
Yeah.
but he's not bad. Better than those chicks.
Okay. Next round we have. It's totally going to be Ed.
Ed? Mr. Ed von Schlad?
Cowboy Bebop.
Something Japanese as well. I know.
It seems like you're giving me the Japanese ones or something.
Well, why I do this, I don't know.
Cowboy Bebop. I've heard there's. I never saw it in my life, but I've heard it's a incredible classic.
Yes, it is.
And Ed is apparently a ghost name there.
Maybe you're, I don't know. Did anyone of you heard from Ed or from Hatsune Miku Crystal?
You're reading the wrong one. That they're all the same.
Yes, probably. So it's my turn. Now I get Darth Vader, or I am that, or I get Mr. Namasaki Hachakarachi.
Jon Snow.
Jon
Snow
Snow.
would be incredible. But I think I get
It's Ellen Ripley.
replay for Alien. Okay, I get something.
Aliens. Now we finally don't get a main character.
Well,
Oh, there are only 2.
Alien. Okay, the alien that looks like
So we did
pretty
get.
good. So I got the best one, I think.
So we did get the protagonist
Yes.
of
So
the Prague.
this is my free.
Oh boy, boy.
Now look what you got. What Asian guy you got on.
Gotta be kidding me.
Again.
I'm only gonna get the Asian ones. And so, our grand finale. And the final man, girl, dog, whatever. It's going to be. I know it's upside down. It's the Alien Warrior Independence Day.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we totally know that. Oh, not even a main character.
But the best one.
Oh, come on. That's a freaking sick head. And a gun.
What, he has a gun?
He has a gun.
No, Ellen Ripley have an alien to fight.
And this, I think, is the only one that has a warning choking hazard on it. Incredible. I think people would like to eat these things.
Okay.
And so that is our unboxing of night 1 of our Gamescom trip.
Maybe tomorrow is falling, but we don't know.
We'll see you then. Good night.
Fight.
So at the final day of Gamescom, we all had one mission, and that is to get to the game we want to play and play it. And in order to do that, we had to rush from the waiting lines to the game we wanted to play so that we don't have to wait hours upon hours in the waiting line. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. I really wanted to play Ace Combat on VR, and basically it was my first ever VR experience, so I made the effort. Now it may look like I'm running around like an idiot. Yeah, I am, but yeah, I have to keep in mind that I am wearing heavy cosplay armor, so basically this was like Obi-Wan Kenobi popping out of the ground every time I take a step and then just punching me in the nuts. So that's how I felt. So I made the rush in the exact same way I went to the Ace Combat booth, which was the shortest route actually. We just didn't know how we got there in the first place. So yeah, so there's a lot of time still, so I'm just gonna say the others mission. So Blackbird went to Kingdom Come, which is a game I actually wanted to originally want to play a step ahead of Ace Combat, but VR, come on. So Blackbird stood in for me and wanted to play Kingdom Come for me. His original plan was to play Lord of the Rings Shadow of Mordor, but since Blackbird already knows too much about the Lord of the Rings game and did not know anything about Kingdom Come, and since I like it so much, he just went ahead and played that instead. Pretty amazing. He will tell me all about it. So, man, I'm still rushing for Ace Combat, it seems. I am incredibly slow. So, right, so our other buddies, Mishi and Mr. Asgar, went to Destiny 2. So here's an incredibly funny story. Right, so there is a certain ticket you can use in Gamescom where you can actually skip the whole entire waiting process in the entrance. You just go through and you can immediately start going to play your game. That's the use of the ticket. It's not a VIP or anything. But apparently a lot of them use that for Destiny 2. So in the end, our two buds went to Destiny 2 at the very start of the day, the very start of the opening, and still waited on a 6-hour line. You're not shitting there, that is indeed what happened. But there's also something there that is much worse than waiting for 6 hours. So in the 4-hour waiting line where they were, that's the time where me and Blackbird were way finished after playing our designated game. So in the meantime, the Destiny 2 staff members handed out free energy drinks, and you know, those energy drinks had cans in them with lots of advertisement. But it's pretty good, the energy drinks there. I don't know which brand it came from. But anyhow, a lot of thirsty things came into mind with Mishi, and he wanted to have 2 more drinks because they were for free anyway. And previously before him, from his accounts, a black lady asked for another one as well, and the staff members agreed and they gave her another can. And once Mishi did the same, and bear in mind, he is white as a frickin' white crayon, he had no remorse gotten, and he was kicked out along with Mr. Asgar out of the waiting line. Because apparently they were too demanding, it seems. Yeah, that actually happened. So after 2 hours of waiting for the game they wanted to play, they got kicked out for wanting an extra energy drink that was for free. That was also given for free as well for another black lady who also wanted another drink. Oh hey, there's the waiting line for the VR Ace Combat game. And I just was amazed. I actually got in the line and I only had to wait for 20 minutes to play the game instead of the 2 from yesterday. I am an achiever. So here's the gameplay of it. I did not ask the staff crew to record me do it because I was not confident enough to play on VR yet. I might as well throw up while playing it. But here's my account on it. Ace Combat on VR is amazing. Yes, I would have thrown up if I had gone through it extremely, but you did not do 360 movements. You had a 180-degree scale where you could move around in your cockpit. and it was fresh as fuck. You could just feel how the jets just fly through you, and it's a damn good experience. That's Ace Combat right there on VR, and I'm guessing there'll be much better reviews on it than what I just said there. It is the number 2 game as the best virtual reality game in Gamescom, actually. The third one, I have no clue, to be honest, but I know the first game, the first place that got the best VR category, a game on VR better than Ace Combat, and it's this one, Project Cars 2 on VR. Now it's pretty unfair since they had a frickin' simulation machine. I don't think you would be able to afford a simulation machine for Ace Combat. That's a well thought idea, but it's not realistic. So yeah, I played on it, and you know, shaking everywhere is like a damn good car experience. And I did drive on it with my usual driving style. I always drive with my left hand, left arm, and my right arm is just standby. And I gotta tell you, racing with just one arm on that simulation machine is the worst. But still, it's a fun freaking game. Project Cars 2 is, I think, out already. It has seen positive reviews, and I think the boss of Project Cars 2 made fun of EA's boss as well, so I guess this game will never be made again. No sequels, so la-ti-da. And so after all those shenanigans, we went and reunited and we were going to go shopping. And then we saw a laser game. So me and Blackbird were really interested in doing this, so we waited in line for this. So laser game is basically paintball without the paint. It's lasers. And you can only hit people in the head because you wear some kind of sensor that goes to your head. And you have to aim that to gain damage and get damage. Yeah. This was not great. The waiting line was promised to be an hour, but instead we waited 4 hours. Literally, it's not even the waiting line. The frickin' manager of all this was just very unfriendly overall, just because we didn't line up, so we had to make the line even bigger. Ugh. We even got back to the indie booth again, and as usual, all the games at the indie booths are basically family friendly. I think that's basically the policy you could bring your indie games to, which explains why we never saw a visual novel in this place at all. And this one caught our eyes, and the waiting line was amazingly short. Me and Blackbird went into this one, and the waiting line was also 20 minutes, so hooray for us. I think everyone should go to the indie booth, but I will tell you, you should not, so that you can keep us with a short waiting line overall next year, or probably the years after that. So yeah, the indie booth is a real recommendation for everyone. So, alright, so this simulation machine is Star Citizen, I think? Well, anyways, this is a top-notch, state-of-the-art simulation machine, just because of how you can move with this thing. I played very safely on this. I did not want to fail on completing the laps. Yes, you play some kind of race game type on this thing. And I took too much time and actually I never crashed at all, unlike this gentleman here. Blackbird crashed a lot, but that's okay. He still felt the adrenaline and the movements of this stimulation machine. It's a nice going for, but it cost 4,000 euros. And that was all the footage I got from that day. And here's a picture of a male Harley Quinn. Sweet. And so we are going to do another unboxing of the stuff we shopped at that day, and get yourself some popcorn, it's pretty long.
What's up everybody, this is Storm
And Blackbird.
and we are here with another unboxing. But first, let's give ourselves to the sponsors, because we totally did not pay our souls for them. So first we have our epic loot, Gigabyte.de, who I gotta be impressed with how they handle their concerts. You
Yes.
should definitely check them out when you're in when they're in an event near you. Because seriously, who the hell are they? Gone. Next we have, of course, from Ace Combat, our friends. They gave us a free VR set in the PlayStation 4 for the massive amount of jet experiences. Thank you for also giving us this keychain emergency drinking thing. Some of my use for that. Of course, our friends from Doom giving us not one but two free T-shirts. Thank you, Doom. Next we have Game Over by Dennis. Not that Dennis.
Nice.
Well, it's
Game over now?
it's an omen because that it fell down, because I'm not gonna spoil much of the story, but
Here you have it.
indeed it has something to do with, let's say it's something to do with a lot of sparky things. Yeah. Well then, and of course our favorite club in the world, Red Bull Leipzig.
The best team ever. And Street Fighter.
Of course, it has to be Street Fighter. Now, you've arrived to the point that you wanted to watch. Here we have... Oh, right.
Free merch.
Merchandise. So, we did not record when we bought it. Why should we have recorded? Because when you buy a merchandise, this thing, which costs 30 euros each piece, you get a chance to get your money back. Or even more. Like, I think double or triple. It depends on the dice rolls we have to do. So basically, you roll 3 dices at a time, 3 times, and if one of them is a 666, and you get your money back. Do it twice, it's twice. Do it 3 times, thrice. But we didn't get any of our money back.
No, but Stone was near.
I was
Very
super near
So
of all of
close.
us. Basically, I had a 665. That was crazy.
And it's twisted between 5 and 6 all the time.
Jeez. I think the Blackbird didn't even get 1-0.
No?
1-6.
1-6.
I guess in my first...
But I get 3 trio.
3 threes. That should have done something.
But
Of course, my frustration led me to bite my box the whole time, because that was so close.
So let's begin with the middle box.
Yeah, 'cause-
box.
So is the middle. So,
Now we see what we have in here. How much? How I can open this?
it's a dice.
Fucking German technology, of course. It's not. Oh,
Okay.
wait a minute.
Oh.
So we have
Hey.
Captain America, maybe?
Captain America.
Yeah, from American Civil War. From the movie?
Nice.
Okay.
That is
From Bio World Europe. Check it out.
that is definitely Blackbird's material. That's his cap. We have this. What the shit?
It's an amazing 3D collector limited edition from Mario. Or is it Peach?
It's a freaking 3D portrait.
No, it's
Now it's dead. What we have next?
We have farbige Kontaktlinsen. I don't know. English?
Let's see, what is this? Farbige Kontaktlinsen anders. Oh, this is apparently this will change your color eyes. I don't know to what though.
Pink.
Pink is it?
Pink.
So
You
it's
can see it in
bench.
there.
Or you mean Banshee? Oh, I guess this is the demonstration, the Banshee color.
Oh yeah.
Or it is that's just the Banshee look. Nice!
And this little Zelda. I don't know for what,
It's
but yeah.
just for the wristbands. Thank you for stuff that seemed to be unworthy for us. But it was 30 euros and 665 dice rolls at its best. How does one pack these things? Whatever.
So now I take this one.
This is exclusively Blackbird's dice merchandise. What are we?
Should I pick out your thing and you pick out mine?
Yeah, let's do it. Now this is mine, exclusively mine.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
You got this?
Huh?
Oh my goodness, it's unbelievable. What do you have? You want to see it?
Please.
Here comes this thing. You already get those things.
I threw that in there because it was trouble.
Oh, I thought, okay.
It's troublesome to just, carry it around.
Okay, I start with this one.
They gave it to us when we left. Just come on, I have enough stuff to carry around.
You get this one.
Another?
I think it's in all.
Yeah, now it's glow blue. Hey, that ain't bad. Maybe I could use it sometime.
Beautiful things over here. Okay, I just started with the small ones. And look, here comes this.
More pins. Ghostbusters. So, who you're gonna call Ghostbusters? Too bad the newest movie is pretty crap, so I don't care.
So, you got
Another
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
And Wolfenstein.
Oh yes, our absolutely lovely Nazi game that doesn't give a fuck. Thank you, Wolfenstein. Fuck.
And now we
Oh.
have the final thing.
I say a big thing.
I hope you can handle this.
Oh shit.
So, come here, kitty kitty.
It's a frickin' pillow. Yes, sirree.
Alice in Wonderland, die eine Katze.
Alice in Wonderland.
Winzig Katze.
Geek Invader. Thank you, geekinvader.com. Oh my goodness. Okay. That is all my stuff, apparently.
Put these in here. So now, it's your turn.
Okay, now we can... Let's try and open Blackbird's exclusive stuff. Okay. So, let's do the same thing. We're doing the small first, and I think I grabbed some porcelain. Oh, it's Tokyo Ghoul ice cream cup, or whatever this cup
This
is.
is not an ice cream, is it?
It's something of the sort. It's a cup.
Yes.
Sammlerstück. So this is a collectible item.
Okay.
So you should never destroy a made in China product for a Japanese brand made in Germany.
Wait, what?
Oh, it's of course labeled in Germany, because why not?
Well, it's a Tokyo Ghoul cup will make in Germany, but a German car will make in Japanese? What the hell?
We'd like to produce German cars in China.
Nice.
Because, but it's still whatever.
Yeah, it's put out in next stuff.
Of course, we have even
another one.
more.
And what color? Banshee as well.
Was habt ihr rausbekommen?
Shit. X1, of course, is a Star Wars pen.
From Disney, so it's the new movie.
Yep.
Das war alles nass hier.
Next we have
Another
another
Wolfenstein logo.
Nice.
Wolfenstein. Thank you for. I think it's trying to tell us to play the game.
Yes, probably.
Didn't think we'd look too hard on what the big one was, but
Yes.
it is Breaking Bad. Money Bank.
Oh fuck yes, I love Breaking Bad. It's a fucking good goodie.
Now you can put your coins.
Now
all
I
the
don't
time.
need those beer money back anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, it's nice.
big stuff.
Yeah, nice. So this was
Yep.
all the items.
Yeah.
There we
Okay.
go.
Now, mine.
We already did that.
Yes.
Then thanks for doing this with us.
Watching.
What it's called. Merchandise. Thank you for giving us these things for absolutely free. If we had one. Fuck this shit. at that, we found another Fukubukuro. That was just, we forgot about it. it was right in the bag. Okay.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, how did you get it?
So,
Whatever.
best opening ever. So, what have we? Oh, that was a special one. We have paper.
Another paper.
Paper.
Brilliant, we can combine it.
Yeah.
I can write down something, maybe.
It's two papers.
No, two papers?
Two
Well, you
papers.
paid 10. I only got one.
Oh. So, what is the next?
No. You got a paper.
Oh,
What do you know about
Buttons.
buttons?
five buttons with
Each character?
each character.
Everyone.
And yeah, but what? No, 4 characters and the big with all. But I don't have a group button.
The big one is a. Big one is the. Oh. Them. I mean, you have 8 buttons.
So and
I-
the last
Pretty sure it's not a keychain.
It's a key change.
a keychain.
It's a full. Oh, you need batteries for this.
Yeah,
Those are not included.
yeah,
Eh.
Well done.
yeah. It's the best
Raccoon.
ever.
Oh no, maybe.
Best
No,
raccoon
you cannot. I don't.
rocket
How the fuck?
with his OP weapons. Now I can put it on my
Key.
chain, on my key. So I don't have any key things on my key, and I have 3 keys and oh okay 4 keys, but without this 3 and very much and
You already have a model.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
You already have a
And that is the end of our journey. And we actually did promise to never go to Gamescom again, but we were fascinated at how it was that we will go there next year. So the same shit will happen. Like now. Aren't we excited? Well then, let's have a year's preparation, shall we? We are going to have some more fun on Gamescom, and I will hopefully play some Halo 6.